How did Julia get to my mother? I thought you were watching her.
She got away.
What about Jack?
What about Jack?
She messed Jack up quite a bit, but he's fine. He got away just in time.
Had a little hand in that.
Oh, I bet you had a hand in it.
Yes, he did. Actually, Craig was able to stall Julia for a bit, but unfortunately it wasn't long enough for us to get a net around her.
And she got to my mother.
Yes, she did. And judging from the way Jack was roughed up, I'm sorry to say this is a very serious situation.
Well, I mean, have you been in contact with Julia? Does she have any idea?
Barbara was able to call us from Fairwinds to give us a heads up that Julia was there, and Jack tried to keep her on the phone as long as possible for me to get units out to the house, but Julia somehow got wind of it, and she took off in your mother's car with Barbara.
This is extremely bizarre. I thought that Julia was friends with Barbara.
Julia was only married to Jack. Imagine what she'll do to her friend.
We already know what she's capable of. She tried to kill Carly in the boathouse explosion, but she got my mother instead.
Look, we've got every available car out there on the highway looking for your mother's car. We've got highway patrol, we've got the county sheriff. We just haven't come up with anything yet.
You know what? Go. Paul, stay here and be here for your mother. My mother and I will go. We will get Rose. We will bring her back. I promise.
Yes, that's a good idea. You definitely stay and take care of your mother. Apparently she needs it.
No, I abandoned Rose once. I'm not going to do it again. I promised her I'd be there. I'll be there. Look, Hal's back. I mean, he's supposed to be in charge. Let him handle it.
All right, the truth is, Hal hasn't really been himself since he's been back. Now, look, the person you should be concerned about and be with is Will. Let us take care of Julia and Barbara. We should be there for your little brother.
What's Will got to do with this?
Because we have to assume that Julia will do anything she can, use anybody she can to control Barbara. Now, I've got a patrol car on the way to the house, but Paul, he's just a little boy. He's going to be scared.
What you just said, I don't think Hal is capable of handling this right now, so you need to be here for Will, because he's going to be alone.
I let her down before.
Listen, you know, if it came down between a choice between her and a child, Rose would say pick Will and stay here for him.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we'll take care of Rose for you. You stay with your mom.
Okay, but you guys better tell her to call me. I want to hear her voice as soon as she's safe on this plane.
Absolutely.
And you tell her I'm waiting for her.
We will, absolutely. And we'll bring her back. You got my word.
You better.
Let's go, now.
Oh. Wesley. Oh, let's get this thing in the air. Oh, my.
Wake me when it's Europe.
It's not a bang-bang gun with bullets. It's a stun gun. But when you use it at close range, of course. Does this make you nervous?
Yes.
You know, I always liked moon shadows. When I was in the hospital, I'd look out the window, and I'd imagine what it would be like if I could just slip in between them. Become a part of the dark. Totally anonymous. I didn't have time to wrap it too well. Take it.
Who's this for?
Jack. Tell him I said, happy birthday. I've got the cell phone, so you can't be calling anybody. But don't worry. You're only about 10 miles north of Milltown. You just stay on this road, and you'll be back in civilization no time at all. Barbara, hey.
Stay on the road.
Good girl. I don't want you getting lost.
Where are you going?
Oh, now see, now there is a real-life instance of, I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. You don't want to die, do you, Barbara?
There was a time not too long ago when I would have had difficulty answering that question, but no, I don't want to die, Julia.
You remember that. You grab onto life with both hands. We used to act like we had so much time to get it right, to be happy. Guess we know better now, don't we?
I suppose we do.
You know what I miss? Breakfast at the Lakeview with you and Lisa. Waltz in there wearing some outrageous clothes you designed and give us that great table out on the terrace. Drink mimosas. You remember?
You always wore great shoes.
It's better than his straitjacket, I can tell you that. Oh, we would order up a storm, taste something yummy from each other's plates, and we would talk about everything. Nothing else seemed to matter when we were all together like that, laughing.
Just the girls.
You know, you made me feel the way that only a best friend could. Confident, loved. I never doubted for a second that you cared about me.
I still do. Julia.
Am I forgiven?
This IV is almost empty. Now, this man needs fluids. He needs medicines to make him stable.
Well, can't you provide that for him here?
I'm not even going to argue the point with you. It's in bad condition. If we don't get him back to the hospital, he's a dead man.
Turn off the phone.
What's the matter with you? I thought we're trying to save this man. I'm calling an ambulance. What's the matter with you?
I told you, there are things going on here that you don't understand.
Well, then you better enlighten me. And if you don't want this man to die, you better tell me pretty quick.
If you take your patient back to the hospital, you might as well admit him with his toe tag already attached.
And have you not been listening to me? The prognosis here is death. I will be signing him into the morgue for sure if we don't get him back to the hospital.
That's why you're here, Dr. Dixon, to make sure that your patient lives. I'm not asking for miracles. I'm asking you to do your job. Here and now.